So often in life, we are waiting for something to shift so that we can feel our happiness finally, or our power finally. Like when I finally publish my book, then I'll be who I want to be. Or when I get more clients, or when I get that raise, or when I move into a house I really love, then I'll be expressing myself the way I want to. And I can guarantee that if you were to audit your life right now, you would be able to find 5 things that you feel are holding you back from being fully who you want to be. 5 things that are annoying, 5 things that are stressing you out or bring anxiety. You could say, oh, my house just isn't big enough, or my kids just never stop fighting, or I don't think my boss appreciates me. Just take a moment, see if you can find 5 things. We all have them. And these things that we're focusing on, that we're waiting to change so we can feel good, the reality is that what these 5 things have in common is you, or is me. That sitting in the seat of creating those experiences is you yourself. And there's a way that that can be seen as unfortunate because, dang, I'm responsible. But there's also a way that that can be really powerful because, yes, you're responsible, you're the creator, and so you can change it. You can create a different experience. Instead of waiting for things to change so you can feel good, you can choose to feel good and then perceive things as you want to. And so this key thing is a shift from orienting to the external world giving us our experience and reorienting to our inner world being the place that we create our experience. And sitting in that seat of creating, in that seat of choice, is what we at Mindlight call emotional sovereignty. And so this is the big practice. This is the crux of it all, that you have a say. You get to choose how you feel. This whole life thing is your game. You get to wake up and say, what do I want to play today? How do I want to feel today? I can do anything. I can experience myself as anything, right? So powerful. Our opportunity here as human beings, because what I just said is very easy to spiritually or energetically understand, but we are grounded here in these physical bodies. And these physical bodies are constantly giving us an emotional experience. So we have hormones secreting that we can literally feel in our skin. Like if you've ever been driving and almost hit the person in front of you but didn't and stopped, and then you get a rush of pain that you can feel, and then it recedes. That's the physical body experience, and this is a powerful experience. It's a powerful experience. It reacts to our environment, and it reacts to our thoughts. The body, the physical body you're in's main priority is to survive. And if it feels like its survival is threatened, it gets you ready to fight or flight. Your nervous system, your autonomic nervous system, which is the part of you that is unconscious, like your lungs, you're not asking your lungs to breathe, whereas I have to ask my elbow to do this, starts to work. And it says, oh, there's a threat. And let's think of like a deadline. The deadline's almost here. Your body reacts to that thought like it might die because of this deadline. Your heart rate speeds up, you start to sweat, your breathing gets shallow, and the stress and anxiety set in. And when the body gets in this reaction mode, the mind plays with the body and says, okay, yeah, let's keep going. We have to kill something so we don't die. Our survival is threatened. And it's this loop that in this era of humanity we get to transcend, we get to evolve out of, because we now have an understanding of how the body works in this environment. And we can use our mind to redirect the body. And this is the, again, choice. This is the available practice of emotional sovereignty. And so I want to lay out for you a formula for emotional sovereignty. When you think sovereign, I want you to think, I choose, I create. I'm the one who says, okay? That's what we mean by emotional sovereignty. So first is just a 2-step formula, and this is where you go first. Step 1, notice that you're feeling a way you don't want to feel. Instead of taking for granted, I'm so angry or I'm so sad, see if you can look at it like an observer, like, oh, I'm feeling sad and I don't want to. And I don't want to. Step 2, choose to feel differently. So this is very clear cut, right? But the key is, instead of what a lot of us do is we start hoping, I hope this will change so that I'll feel better, right? When we start hoping, we put our power outside of ourselves. And we're waiting for the external environment to give us an outcome so that we can then have a good feeling. And that's the opposite of sovereignty. So here, instead of hoping, we're deciding to feel different. And I'm not asking or saying we need to make a monumental jump from deep sadness to a thrilling, exciting life. But we can incrementally make choices that begin to pivot us. So I'm feeling really sad this morning. I'm going to, step 1, be aware of that. Step 2, choose to feel different. What's a really easy, available action I can take that'll shift that feeling? For example, I can play a song that makes me want to move my body that I love. Beyonce or Prince or whatever it is you love. That one baby step begins to unlock a whole bunch of momentum to shift your feeling. That song has me feeling good, and now I'm just going to stretch. Oh my God, and that's a release because I was sad and I was here and now I'm here. And if it's available to you, it can be really powerful. Like, fuck this. I am not going to be sad anymore. I am not going to feel small. I'm going to drop down and do 10 push-ups and remember that I'm the creator of my experience and I'm going to have a playful day. And then your discipline for the rest of that day is to keep that momentum going. Keep your mind in that positive space. Continue to take micro actions that fill your body with good feelings. So this is the first path. Step 1, be in awareness of feeling a way you don't want to. Step 2, powerfully choose a new feeling. You can also deepen your power to stay in that feeling by a practice we call anchoring, which is remembering a time you have felt that way in the past and visualizing it and letting your body really feel it. Almost like steeping your body like your tea, like you want to really let it get bold. Or you can think of someone you know who embodies that character trait and practice embodying them. Or imagine a future you who has that feeling. And again, let yourself feel it. This will deepen your practice of shifting the feeling. Now, if you are practicing this and you're choosing a different way to feel, but it's just not sticking, and no matter what you do, your mind just keeps getting stressed. You keep thinking about how much money you don't have, or how you're feeling broke, or how this isn't the right relationship for you, and it's like tense and bringing you down. That's okay. That's okay. There's a different way to approach this. The key here is that we need to go gather up that part of you. We need to listen to those emotions, welcome them, get the information they have them be felt, have them be seen, and in that way, we will reintegrate that emotion, neutralize it, and then gather ourselves up to choose a new feeling. So for this formula, we use something at Mindlight that we call the healing paradigm. There are 3 ingredients to the healing paradigm. And by healing, we mean resolving a negative emotion. Step 1 is to get in touch with the emotion, which means to let yourself feel it. So instead of wishing it wasn't there, like, I don't want to be stressed. I don't want to be stressed. Let your body feel the stress. Let it up. Don't resist it. Let your skin feel it. Let your organs feel it. It'll be uncomfortable. So this is where a lot of people will numb out, and this is very common. And I do it too. Sometimes I don't want to do the work. Sometimes I just want a glass of wine. And that's okay. And if you really want to permanently make the shift, this is, when people say do the work, this is the work. Feeling the feelings you don't want to feel. So step 1, get in touch with the negative emotion, let yourself feel it. Step 2 of the healing paradigm is to meet that emotion with friendliness, friendly attention, or a knowing well-being. So what this means is inside yourself, you let in the stress and you say in your mind or out loud, hey stress, it's okay that you're here. I see you. I see you. What do you want to tell me? I totally get why you're stressed. How can I help? How can I support? What would feel good to you? You welcome it and you accept it. Don't push it away. Don't reject it. Don't get mad at it, like getting mad that you're sad. And if you do, then you work with that also. Like, it's okay that I'm mad that I'm sad. This welcoming, a really beautiful way you could think about it is like, this is how you would meet a friend who came to you and was crying. You wouldn't shut the door on them. You would say, oh, come in. Can I get you some tea? What happened? And you would listen and you would let them unfold into your space of well-being. And as anyone knows who's done this, eventually after some time, they feel better. They feel neutral, they thank you, and then they go home and they feel better and they have a great day. And so this is the practice that we can do with ourselves. Now, I will say if the emotion is super intense, then it may be wise to work with a practitioner just because the body can get overwhelmed. And in that case, it'd be good to have a professional help hold the space of well-being, help you move through safely and gently really, really big feelings. Step 3 to complete the healing paradigm is to engage your body. So emotions are felt and housed in the body. And the body's reacting to these emotions with a thought like, we're not okay, we might die. There are some serious survival hormones being pumped through you causing all kinds of reactions. And ultimately, this is what we want to move. We want to calm the body down so we can free up the mind again. And so we need to communicate with the body. We need to let the body express itself, and we need to help it re-regulate so that we can get back to our homeostasis. There are a lot of ways you can do this. One way that we use frequently in Mindlight is tapping. There are points along the body that are like acupressure points, but you don't need needles, that help the body re-regulate, like resetting the breakers on a house. And so using step 1 and 2, you incorporate step 3. So you let yourself feel the stress. Oh, I'm so stressed. And you feel it in your skin, and then you say, and I'm open to the idea that that's okay. I'm open to the idea that I can like myself anyway, even though I'm so stressed. Oh, and I hate this feeling. When you breathe to help regulate. Another thing you can do if you don't want to tap is you can shake like, ugh, I'm so angry. Ugh. Shaking helps. You can rock and like squeeze your arms while you feel your sadness. Get in touch with it. Say, oh, it's okay to be sad. Breaking up sucks. And it makes sense that I still love them. It's okay. I'm going to let myself be sad. Love myself anyway. Or you can dance it out. You can go for a run. You can do push-ups. Lots of different ways to engage the body, help the body express the feeling, and calm and re-regulate. And so you use this formula. And oftentimes, things come with lots of emotions, not just sad, right? You might move through the sad and then be angry. Like, how could he even break up with me in the first place? I'm pissed. And then you move through the anger, right? You shake the anger out. And this could happen in an hour. It could happen in 30 minutes. It could take a day. It could take a week. Just allow. Just be gentle. But ultimately, what we're talking about here is the choice. So you have a big, intense feeling. No feeling is unmovable. No feeling is unchangeable. You can move any feeling out of your body. Even if you feel completely broke and you're like, but Mel, my bank account has $0. I don't just feel broke, I am broke. Again, this is waiting for the external to change so we can feel better. Broke is a feeling, it's an experience. So let's work from that internal place of sovereignty to move that feeling, unpack that feeling, create choice from inside. Wow, I get to shift the way I'm designing my life. I'm empowered. And then from there, you don't see a zero bank account, you see the limitless opportunities to create a new skill in life, to get a part-time job that would feel really fun. It opens you back up to seeing resource, being creative, being innovative. And from the healing paradigm, when you get back to neutral, then you repeat step 2 above steps 1 and 2. Step 2 is choose how you want to feel. Now, how do you want to feel? And then steep into that feeling. I want to feel resourceful. I want to feel grateful. I just want to feel easy today. I want to feel really creative. And you bring yourself there. These skills, don't we all deserve them? No matter what we start with, where we come from, what we look like. Of course, everyone deserves these tools. These are not a privilege. So I invite you, please share this video with anyone in your life who you would like to have the skills of emotional sovereignty, which hopefully is many people. Because when we unlock this, when we unlock the ability to get unstuck and to shift our emotions, then we're constantly in a place of being exponentially creative. And on the macro level, the things in our world that feel like unsolvable problems that we're victim to. We could look at political systems. We could look at the state of the earth. We could look at systemic oppression. Instead of feeling helpless in them, we shift that feeling inside of ourselves, and then we become empowered to become part of the solution. And what is possible when we all have that capacity? Imagine all of your friends and family members being on the side of solving a problem instead of living in it. Okay, thank you for listening. I love you. Empower, share, and practice.